And we're over all that. We're over all the wokeness. We're over all the people calling each other's names. People are at their end of their wits, at the end of their paychecks, really saying, I need somebody who wants my best interest at their forefront. All I want is to go back to how things were before COVID. Steve Forbes, Kamala Harris doesn't know what to do about this. All right, let's see what he has to say.
Associated Press North poll, nearly 6 out of 10 voters predict President Trump will win in November versus 42% for Kamala Harris. And the Cook Political Report, they have a newer average of 15 polls. Trump still leads Harris by 1.3 points. That's similar to the Hill and Decision Desk, which shows Trump leading Harris by 1.2 points. Let's get in here right now to editor-in-chief of Forbes magazine and Forbes Media. He's the chairman. He's Steve Forbes. So even though it seems like the race is tightening, that's a surprising AP North poll. Trump looks has better odds to win, according to voters.
Well, I think it's a very encouraging one. It also should encourage Republicans headed by Donald Trump to go for issues, go for real questions. Do you favor men boxing women? Do you favor the open borders?
Have y'all seen that? Right, there's some huge controversy in the Olympics. I don't know all the details. I'm not claiming to know all the details, but a lot of people are saying that it was a man boxing in the women's boxing league, and like the image and headline that I saw was the girl quit. She's like, I'm not doing this, right? I'm not getting beat up by this dude. Michael's here. Randy loves Steve Forbes. Very cool.
And then hit on, we want tax cuts. We want to allow you to have a dishwasher that works, air conditioners that work. You don't have to buy an EV. So we're going to make your life.
Hey now, as a Tesla owner, I find offense to that.
Life better. They want to make it worse. And so I think that's what the Republicans should hit on, a Reagan-esque, positive Reagan-esque message, and national security. One thing this administration doesn't want you to understand is the disastrous state of our military readiness today and ability to make weapons because of what Biden has done and what Barack Obama did before him.
Yeah, so on all fronts, you're talking about a strong America and prosperous America. So stocks are really taking hits today. There's fears of recession.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't know what the news is that's prompting all this, but I'll tell you one thing, right? This sell-off here has been very obvious for those like us who have been watching it. We all got out on July 18th, and like the sell-off here, everyone's about to start clamoring for a bear market. Everyone's about to start clamoring and saying like the world is falling, the sky is falling. Like legitimately, we've been watching this. We've been saying this for 2 weeks now. Like it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see the writing on the wall. And that's why you get out when you get out. So the market doesn't like pound you whenever this happens. Brian says, it's amazing how smart he seems when he's not running for president. Maybe he should.
And the ADP job growth report came out, just 122,000 jobs. I think that's the lowest in like 6 months. There's fears of stagflation. We know that Americans are falling behind in their wage growth. I think real wages hourly after inflation is down like more than 2%. But what are the chances Kamala Harris could have survived, a real 18-month run for the White House? I mean, when her 2024 race and 2020 race rapidly fell apart. So that was after multiple interviews, debates. But now she's only doing staged, managed, teleprompted events. She's avoiding the press, pretty much doing what Biden did, hiding, doing no pressers, no press conferences for for the next 100 days. I mean,
well, she doesn't have to because the media is all in the Democrats' pockets, right? These are the same people who just a month ago, 3 weeks ago, were saying Joe Biden is as smart as he ever was. Joe Biden has never looked better. And then he does his debate and they're like, yeah, I don't know about that. But Kamala's amazing. She's the greatest borders are. I mean, definitely not the borders are. And if you don't vote for her, you're a racist. So, I mean, you should definitely vote for her is what they're going to be telling you next, right? And we're over all that. We're over all the wokeness. We're over all the people calling each other's names. People are at their end of their wits, at the end of their paychecks, really saying, I need somebody who wants my best interest at their forefront and not everything else that I don't care about, every other country that I don't care about. And all I want is to go back to how things were before COVID. I think a hell of a lot of people are going to be voting just like that. The sky is falling until it's not. Randy says the message is that you don't have to buy an EV, but you can. She only has to hold on for 90 days. Dude, Joe Biden, I mean, how long did they string him along before they kicked him out, right? By the way, Randy, you should totally buy a Tesla. It's so much fun.
This is the Biden approach. I mean, do you think voters are going to see this? Because she's also not bringing up Bidenomics. She's not mentioning Biden in her campaign speeches.
Oh yeah, Bidenomics. Another thing that the Democrats definitely didn't invent, and yet when it went totally sideways, yeah, we didn't ever call anything Bidenomics. Oh my gosh.
Ads, and she's not talking anything about inflation.
No, because those are real issues, the issue of inflation. Well, I think they're going to do what we have to do. Get the Democrats to have their convention out of the way and then start hitting them hard. Don't even wait till Labor Day. These are the issues, and hit that. Is she going to participate in 2 or 3 real debates? Is she going to participate in real forums where questions are asked? That's an open thing.
Okay.
You know, I'm very curious. Oh man, do I hope for a debate, because you saw just how hard Trump came out when that nasty lady came out and the journalist conference or whatever it was, just came out with the most ugly question. And he's like, "You are a nasty person. I cannot believe you didn't even say hi to me. You made me wait 35 minutes and this is how you start off the conference. You are a nasty individual." Like, he is going to wipe the floor with Kamala. Like, it's not even going to be close, right? Brian says, if you don't vote for Trump, you're not American. Randy says, even Bill Maher's done with woke. Dude, she's a wokiest wokerson ever.
Let's get your reaction to President Trump speaking about what he would do to fix the economy. And then you're going to hear Kamala Harris when she was asked what she's going to do to stop inflation. This is a couple of years ago when inflation was really rocketing higher. You're going to hear kind of a non-answer from Kamala Harris.
By the way, even though the inflation number has peaked, inflation is still happening, right? It may have peaked at 9% and it may be at 3 whatever percent right now, but that also means it's going up higher. It's like if you're pushing on the gas and you were pushing it at 90% throttle, now you're pushing it at 30% throttle, you're still going faster. Okay, prices are still getting higher. So it doesn't mean that it's fixed. I just have to put that out there because I've seen so much gaslighting on that.
So watch this. Let's get your reaction.
They want to get rid of, as you say, gasoline in cars. They want to get rid of oil. They want to get rid of efficient heating. Your grocery bills are up. And then they're mandating that you buy an all-electric car.
We will end the Biden-Harris war on American energy, and we will end their terrible war on fracking. The policy of the Trump administration will be to drill, baby, drill.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you would prevent the new spending and your Build Back Better agenda from exacerbating the problem? And also what...
Wait. How are you going to make sure the spending that you're planning on doing is not going to cause inflation? Remember yesterday how we talked about the guy who's like, dinosaurs are not fossil fuels. It just comes out of the earth. Like, it doesn't get made up from dinosaurs. Like, it's the same line of incredible wisdom and spectacular intelligence that comes out of the Democratic Party, right? How are you going to make sure that all the spending that you do does not happen to make more inflation from all the spending that you did already? These are the level of people we're talking about here.
What else are you going to do to fix this problem with inflation?
All right, thank you. Well, let's start with this. Prices have gone up.
Prices have gone up.
And families and individuals
I don't know what to say.
Are dealing with the realities of that bread costs more, that gas costs.
Oh my gosh, she has no idea whatsoever how to answer this.
Cost more. And we have to understand what that means. That's about the cost of living going up.
No shit, Kamala.
What do you need a vet?
Hang on. That was too good. We got to go back.
Prices have gone up.
Prices have gone up. What do you want me to say?
And
for that, I mean, she was looking down at her notes and stating.
Randy says the no answer. Yes, her answer was the no answer.
The obvious still. What do you think, Steve?
Well, she had no answer. And that's the bottom line. She doesn't know what to do about the Fed. She can't come out against spending. She can't come out in favor of tax cuts, which will reduce the cost of living. So that's why we want those debates. Put her on the spot. She has nothing substantive to say to the American people that would make their lives better.
Final word, Steve. I mean, even shoplifters are blaming inflation for why they're doing retail theft. Fox Business had that story. What do you think?
Oh, we know the real answer to that is light on crime DAs. Like Kamala Harris was. Oh my goodness. Who would have thought? Oh, light on crime DAs who aren't punishing these shoplifters. And so they're like, who cares? I'm just going to steal whatever because I'm not going to jail anyway. Or if I am, I'm good. Get out in like 3 hours. So it doesn't matter. Right. That's not how we need to be living. Right. But let's take a look at Amazon since we're talking about shoplifters. Ain't nobody shoplifting from Amazon, except have you been to the airports that had the Amazon like grab and go, right? I don't know how they make that work, but it certainly seems like a difficult proposition. Let's see here. This most recent buy and sell signal, it got a buy signal around 183. Sell signal came around 194-ish. So a decent $11 move out of that. I'll take that any day of the week, right? And then we got a performance summary of 99%. So hey, listen, anytime you can get nearly double your money, I am interested in that. And if you are too, be sure to head over to Outlier and look at Amazon, because Amazon might be the right trade for you. So let's take a look real quick. We do have that sell signal though. If you are on Amazon, just putting that out there. Let's take a look at our market analysis. All right, welcome to the Outlier Trading Room. This is smart trading made simple. Save time, save time, make money, start winning with less risk. That's what I like to call profit hacking. Now you can get a copy of the Profit Hacking Playbook over at profithackingplaybook.com or inside the VIP Investors Toolkit in our Discord. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Christopher Uhl. I've twice been awarded Top 100 People in Finance. I've been successfully trading since 2009. I am a partner with Outlier, and this is my style of trading using Outlier. And I do that with the golden ticket trading strategy. It's the 8 steps to turn profit hacking into pure gold. And have you subscribed? Double check real quick to make sure you're subscribed. So the golden ticket trading strategy has the master key to unlock the trading strategy. And it has to have a few simple things here. Number one is the SPY signal, the SPY buy and sell signal. I'll be very honest with you. I don't know why we don't have a sell signal on the SPY. In fact, so much so that I've been considering emailing Mark. If Mark is watching, maybe he can jump in as to why don't we have a sell signal on the SPY yet? But we still have a buy signal. So we'll jump into that real quick, talk about it. Let that load. You can see right here, we still have this buy signal on the SPY. Performance summary shows 70% returns on that. That sounds great. I did want to look at the constituent map. So this is one of the cool features inside of Outlier that maybe you've not come across, but anytime you do these ETFs, right? Like S&P, the discretionary, healthcare, whatever. And you can get to it by clicking this bar up here. If you hover over the date, so let's go on today. This shows there's, there we go. More stocks tilted in the greed side, on the green, right? So many more stocks tilted over into the green greed side than on the red fear side. And if you look, I'm going to go back to the day when the market breadth peaked, which I want to talk about that in a minute. Market breadth peaked on July 19th. How does that look? July 19th here. No, my mouse moved there. Give that a second to load. Still, I would say it's a lot more greedy now. Yeah, it feels like it. But either way, point is that we definitely were in the greed category. And now a lot of people are getting a lot more fearful. So just something interesting to look at. Definitely want to take a look at that inside of your Outlier platform. But we have a buy signal on the SPY, so I wouldn't be going short just yet. But the market breadth, it absolutely peaked on July 19th, it says. Yeah, and we got out on the, what day did we get out? The 18th. So we got out right at the top, basically, on the market breadth. It wasn't perfectly at the top. It was 3 days off the top on the SPY here, but I went to all cash then. And I hope you did too, if you were following along, because the market has really tanked since that point, right? Since when I got out, we're down 3.7%. From the highs, we're down nearly 6%. And we've really come back off this low right here. But the market is looking incredibly weak. But keep in mind, everyone's starting to talk about all this economic data that's looked so bad. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed from the way that we do this, right? If you're doing this every day with us, you'll have seen nothing's changed. The trend was down. The trend has been down since it closed under the 10 and almost under the 20. And that's when I got out. And it's trending down. Right, you look over here at these names here. Nvidia's down 2.5%. CLS is down nearly 8%. The Nasdaq is down 2.5%. Nasdaq's just like totally eating dirt over here. It's looking miserable out there. In fact, I want to look at the heat map. Yeah, this is brutal. Amazon down 9% over the last week. What's things been looking like? Not as red, but you've got some big names that are showing very red. Nvidia, Microsoft, Amazon, Tesla. So a lot's going sideways here in the market, but you don't have to stress on that, right? That's why we have a plan. That's why we go through these steps every single day. Now, the market breadth, as we talked about, peaked and has started to come down. And Mahesh jumped in our Discord yesterday, and I wanted to mention this. So Mahesh says, "Hey everyone, this data point is a gold mine for broader market direction. You can select each sector or index, which is what we've done. You've seen me do it a million times. I've been watching over and over since we released it. If you guys are not paying attention, then you should." I also caught up a few bad trades because he ignored this data point. He'll be following it more religiously in the future. And then a little known man named 10 Minute Trading, Outlier, coughed up and said, this was my idea. I was very proud of that. This was my idea. And it felt really good for Mahesh to call that out and say, if you guys aren't looking at this, you need to be. Because this is 2/3 of the master key. 2/3, right? The sector's breadth and the market's breadth. That's 2/3 of the master key is this line right here. And like I say, it's kept us out of a hell of a lot of trouble. And if you're following along, and I hope you are, you would have seen exactly how we work it, right? This is the number of stocks on the bull list. The bull list meaning how many stocks are in the buy position or in the sell position. So if it's at 100, that means every single thing is a buy. If it is 0, that means nothing is a buy. Now, I used to trade this one here, and I got this from Mark Minervini. So I actually worked directly with Mark. He and I were just texting about a week or so ago and talking about different things. But this is where I got from him was the percent of stocks above their own 50-day moving average. And I was doing a lot of back testing, and I was not seeing the correlations between the buy signals and what the market was doing and what Outlier was showing and this result here. So I got to thinking about it, and I approached Mark and Mahesh, and I'm like, can I see, like, what's the number of stocks on the bull list, right? Just tell me outright how many stocks are on the bull list each day. That is the number I want to see over time. And so they sent me the data, and you can see it too. And you can keep up with this data point if you wanted to. It's just the data we have. So it's 12 on the bull list today versus 104 on the bear list today. So I said, tell me the number of stocks that are on the bull list each day. And so I plotted that out. And I was looking at it and I'm like, oh, look at this. When I combine the sector breadth moving upward, the market breadth moving upward, the SPY having a buy or sell signal, having a buy signal, combining those three. And then I looked at my trades over the last 2 years where I've had access to this, gave me 80+% win rates. And I'm like, holy moly, I have figured something out here. And it's a second derivative. It's kind of cool, right? It's not the bull list today, it's the number of stocks on the bull list changing over time. So I was really proud of that. So I was really super stoked how Mahesh pointed that out. But he says, yeah, that I came across this during testing. We built it and released it, back tested it, and it was looking really good. Drawdowns can be lethal to a portfolio, and this is a great data point to help you minimize the impact of drawdowns. And then he said, I have to put a big notice to myself to follow the outlier data. Yeah. That's what we have, my friend. And, you know, this really drives home the point that we don't just make this and hope to sell it and just call it a day. We're trading with this, right? We see the value of this. We had a conversation, an internal meeting, and Mahesh and I were talking, and Mahesh was like, oh, yeah, you know, this is $1 million company, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Mahesh, no. Do you not realize what we have here? I said, this is a billion or multi-billion-dollar company. Like, the data we have here is so game-changing. It is going to take over the world. So that's how strongly I feel about it. And I hope you feel the same way too. Thank you all so much for coming to today's Outlier Trading Room. I'm not going to be trading because we don't have the market breadth moving in the direction as the SPY buy signal, as I just covered in the PowerPoint here. But we're going to come back every single day, right? There are definitely opportunities every single day with Outlier. And I hope to see you back here on Monday. Have a fantastic weekend, and we'll talk soon.